That is unfortunate. I don't know if you can hear the cap. Wait. Oop, cancel that. Yo. First, send you an invite.
That one works. That one
There we
go.
works.
It's just easy to play on whatever server you're on in case Blade joins us. Blade Sark.
Yeah.
Right. All of them work now.
It should connect both of us, I think.
Should. There we go. Gallant Fireball.
Yep. What cat? Got a cat plaintively meow in the background. It's because I'm not paying him attention, clearly. Oh well.
Yeah, that sounds like a cat.
But yeah, since last night, I haven't made it too far. I went to the Patch City or whatever. I tried going somewhere else, but it was, I didn't check how far it was and ran out of fuel.
Yeah, Pyro's a bit bigger to get around than, there's still plenty of refueling stops, but if you're not careful, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did end up going to a refueling station, but the Mercury's still over there, so I'm gonna have to head to... Where were we again? Checkmate?
Yeah. No, we tried going to Checkmate. We went back to the Gateway.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm not too far away from that, and
I did try going to Checkmate. I kept like hitting the button to land, but I'd get no response.
Yeah, when I tried in a different... I didn't get the quantum bug after you guys left. I tried with a different ship, and that worked. That's when I got to Megumi. By the way, if you go to one of the random refueling outposts in Pyro, there's going to be these missions, stroll to Habs or whatever. It's like 24,000 UEC for a 2-minute walk, and you can just repeat them. It's a bit of a cheap way to grind some money. Carry on.
I am gonna dip in a moment, but since you're here, Blade, for the love of the God Emperor, grab coolant from the fucking arsenal during the op, please. I'd rather not find out that these are the plasma guns that explode.
Which one?
It's the ICP plasma gun we're using.
Oh, okay.
But grab coolant from the arsenal.
Will do.
Like, I've already sent the Sand the file. I don't even know if he's actually put it up yet on the server. He probably has. But if, like, otherwise I would have just edited it to put it in your bag. But,
Cool.
Am I stuck in the elevator?
Yeah, just, I'll try and remember when the optics off, but do remind me in case.
I'll try to remember for you. Or you know, I'll remember to not mention, and then, you know, laugh at yous.
I mean,
Well,
if you forget
everyone's
it, we'll
laughing until they're the one in the
probably.
proximity, so, you know.
I do know that it does fuck when it actually hits.
You'd hope so.
I mean, it's a
40K
flaming ball
mods.
of incandescent particles, I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes the mod makers make them anemic.
I think it's also partially down to just how armor handles things at times.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have
the engine's held together with, you know, virtual duct tape.
Meanwhile, you have the there is only war plasma guns, which fucking explode with a small sun when you fire them. Or when you overheat them.
I mean, aren't they the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, might take me a few minutes to get to you. You mind getting some bottles of water while you're there?
Yeah, I gotta head to the gate. I'm heading to the gateway anyway, so...
Yeah, well, whoever gets there first, buy some water. My dude needs some liquid.
Like, I do find it funny how everyone makes plasma guns explode when that's not what happens when they overheat. It's just the superheated fucking steam coming out that cooks you alive.
Yeah. I mean, there's only... It's one of those things that it's really easy to get a little bit mixed up on the actual mechanics of, I think.
And it's also 40k, not a lot of that shit's actually explained.
I mean, that's part of the whole mystique, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, but I'm also a gun nerd, and I really do like when they explain shit in depth like that. I blame Bungie.
I mean,
To
it's
be
all
fair, the
fair.
guns in most of the guns in Halo are not that complicated. They're not really that science fiction.
I mean,
which is
those
cool, people keep
crystal
bringing up-
gun, those shard guns are pretty fiction.
I mean, yes, I was on plasma and that, but like in the manuals and shit, they actually gave in-depth descriptions on how the MA5 worked. Like, it's well, not how it worked, but like the caliber, the function, so on and so forth.
You
It's
should-
7.62.
You should ask Sark about the sniper rifle he found last night with the double action.
Oh, God, that.
Whack, whack.
Funnily enough, Jaws, the fact that they still use 7.62 NATO, people complain about, and it's like they weren't. For a while, they were kind of peaceful and not fighting aliens. It was mostly human. Like the ammo evolved more than the weapon, and
Yeah.
that mostly came down to what powder was in it.
Yeah. Something
Well, I mean,
space,
the thing
gunpowder.
is, like, I've been playing a bit of Cyberpunk, right? And there was this conversation. You know, there's that one conversation where they're talking about how 9mm isn't good against people with subthermal plate, and that's kind of where people should be looking at when it comes to designing guns for their sci-fi or whatever. Is what purpose do they need to serve? And that's where you'll get good gun designs out. Well,
Like-
good gun designs in a technical sense, but it might not be a very theatrically interesting gun design. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, like 7.62 from the assault rifle in Halo, wonders against standard body armor. Turns out, it also did well against elites and grunts, because you would overload the shields on the elites and then hopefully still have some rounds left in the mag to take them out. And the
Hopefully.
Magnum is, well, self-explanatory.
It's basically a deagle.
I think the caliber is actually slightly smaller than the Deagle as well.
It's like a snub 50 AE or something.
It's 12.7 by 40 millimeter. I think 50 AE is... No, it's actually slightly bigger than 50 AE. 50 AE is 12.7 by 33. Don't ask me how they make fucking semi-armor piercing high explosive for it.
I mean, if you can miniaturize the Sabot concept well enough, it'll do for most things. Drill a hole in, somehow inject some explosive into the hole, there we go, you've got your armor-piercing explosive round.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the that's the sci-fi thing, what they did with that. I mean, they made fucking sappy rounds for the fucking battle rifle. Also, the sniper rifle comes in APF SDS, but I mean, it's basically just a slap round for a Browning.
I mean, I think they'd actually tried a lot of the stuff with experimental models in the gun manufacturers, and they just keep on running to, well, it's not actually as cheap or effective as just your standard battle rifle, you know?
Good enough, you know, is often the case.
Like, I've seen some smart gun designs, and then there was that new anti-material rifle that they seem to be trying to do, no, not the anti-material, the grenade launcher repeaters. I mean, sure, a 6-slot launcher is fine for 99% of things, but I can't deny I would take great joy in a drum-fed grenade launcher automatic, so, you know.
I mean, considering the Halo Sniper is based off a South African anti-material rifle, I'm reminded of something else that gun design South Africa did, was the Neopub, which is basically like a 20mm like grenade launcher.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to say it, but Donnell has fallen, so, yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, funnily enough, at the time, they didn't actually make the Donnell in the same round of the Halo Sniper, but now
Yeah. The Halo one's like 14.5 by something
14
or other.
14.5 by 114. It's the same round that was fired by the PTRS and the KVT machine gun?
Yeah, it's a big bullet.
Even
look up
Sasha would be
KVT.
proud to fire such bullet.
Well, it's a
I thought-
Russian round, so.
I googled KVT thinking it'd be the machine gun that came up. No, it fucking came up with KVT, Sydney Youth Gang's Wiki. Which apparently that gang is mostly Fijians.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of the youth gangs are. ethnically-
KPV.
Right.
Yeah.
At the gateway, so I'm heading to the lobby.
10, or 9 GM away. So you can get your own damn water.
Yeah, that's
But,
what I'm doing.
Why most of the youth gangs are made up of ethnic groups is a whole can of worms, and it's like what people say, it won't be fixed by deportations. there is social issues going into
Yeah.
that, and
I mean,
I don't
look,
think
take
anyone's
it,
really-
take it from a South African. If you're not really careful, it can be a big issue when it comes to multiculturalism. But it's not impossible for people to live together.
I mean, Sweden kind of fucked up and put all all their refugees in a same area, and they never really adapted or whatever the actual word is to the culture. But
Integrated is generally the term.
yeah, like that's kind of the issue, and part of why you don't put them together, because sometimes they just won't integrate.
See, that's why you kind
There's
of.
a whole other
That's
thing,
why
yeah.
you're supposed to have the whole process, legal immigration, yada yada, so that you can manage the rate at which people are coming into the country and the amount of disruption they cause to the existing infrastructure. You know.
Like in Sweden's case, it was a case of good intentions that just fucking backfired.
Good intentions, far too little actual planning for the consequences of the sudden demand on the system.
Speaking of South Africa, by the way, Blade, did you hear about that helicopter crash because of the penguin?
I heard about it. Sark was going on about it yesterday. No, who was
yeah,
going
it's kind of
on?
hard to believe, but it's like, okay, no, that explains a lot.
No, because we were talking about the helicopter crash I was streaming last night that happened in New York, and how, yes, as it turns out, the whole fucking rear section of the helicopter detaching is a catastrophic mechanical failure.
Yes, that would be quite catastrophic normally.
And, yeah, there was a South African one that crashed because of an unrestrained penguin.
No place in this.
With the New York crash, I can't take that one seriously because 2 Siemens executives were on board, and you know how my mind is.
So far in the gutter that you basically have a mansion there.
Oh hell yeah! I'm affording a mansion.
I mean, you're right next door to the Rat King, aren't you?
Hi. Let me
Hey,
know
it's
if
good
there's
neighbor.
anything I can help you with.
Handy for finding stuff when you lose your keys.
But, yeah, fucking... God, Halo. There are also some just really weird weapons in Halo. Like the fucking HMG-38, it fires 30-06. And it's full auto of like a 40-round mag. Why
Yeah,
do you need that?
Don't give me that. I will, become the Doomslayer.
No one is
Give me-
ever getting that because it deafens you in a second. Even with earplugs and the right helmet.
Look, as you've told me, you need to stop giving me, full power cartridges because I'm too good at.
I think after the Halo op I have in the works, which is a Thunder Run with tanks, I'm probably gonna do an Insurrection Assault.
As innies or fighting innies?
Fighting them.
Okay.
Like, we don't do much stuff with any, so, you know.
Fair enough.
Very nice to change a break from the Cubbies and the Flood.
Yeah, blood. Flood.
That's
So
I did
yeah,
manage to
that
get
one.
Yeah.
I could probably actually work on that one a little bit. I just need to set up the bases on the way to the main objectives, basically. But yes, everyone in that blade, everyone gets a tank.
Yay! As long as it drives
this
better
drive-
than the Nova.
It's the Scorpion,
Great.
so I don't know your feelings on driving that, but there's driverless version, so you don't need a gunner. You'll just be driving and gunning, so it makes it easier for these kinds of ops.
Sounds like a plan.
Did you just go to my hangar?
No, I went to my hangar.
So 2 people do get access to aircraft, so
I think
I mean,
D
I'm
will
willing
probably
to
want to be
fly.
one of those. Maybe Sark.
Or Polar.
He likes flying, or Polar. Yeah, there's several
Well, this-
people who will happily step ahead of me in the queue there, as much as I'd enjoy it occasionally.
it'll probably end up being Sam. I might hold off on that one until they re-implement Pelicans being able to carry, like, Maglock Scorpions again. So that way the pilots have something else to do other than cast, they can actually do reinserts.
I mean, can you not carry them with, I don't know if the logistics systems might support it, but can you not tow it or carry it?
No,
ropes.
last time I tried to get it to work, it didn't, unless the helicopter has to be flying. Maybe with the logistics systems, but I'll figure it out.
I bet it on my helmet before I forget, actually.
Yeah. A
But-
helmet is recommended.
I do know they're working on, like, there's some new models coming. Speaking of, that's a fucked Spartan model that they were testing. But, like, I think they're working on an update to the Pelicans, I know, and Hornets and that, I believe. And I think... Okay, so I think with the new Pelican update, maybe it's in now? I don't know, I don't think it is.
Yeah, my bike's
That is-
still here.
Yep.
Said it should make it to dev in the next few weeks, but I'm not sure.
I'm actually really tempted to pick up an X1 because I saw one free floating the other day.
But
As
it
compared
looks,
to
like,
the one we lost.
it looks like whenever they add the new Pelican model, which I can tell you it's not in just yet, because it doesn't look as nice as these ones, I believe they'll actually be able to carry things. And, like, the first image of that in their upgrade news thing is literally the Pelican carrying a hog with the quote, you know our motto, we deliver. So, yeah, that'll be probably something.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I forgot about that. One of the devs retired. Nido Visit. He finally retired.
I mean, it's a mod. You know, they have life stuff.
Yeah.
I know, but, like, he was the main one making all the maps as well, I believe. Well, at least one of the main ones working on maps. But, like, he's been with the project a while. He deserves it.
Systems on.
But no, they're working on a new map as well. Oh, and there was an update recently.
Alright, so where we headed, Blade?
Yeah, I'm probably going to head to Obituary or Checkmate. Just to see if we can get the missions populating in the contract thing. Because it depends on which thing you're in the comm range of, basically, as far as I understand. It's,
Yeah.
need to be at least by the planet kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Tex played what?
Why did he play this time?
Well, they did a Fireteam Whiskey for Hell Let Loose. That bodes poorly.
I mean, when you got a large group of people to play with, that, you know, may as well.
But,
Yeah, I mean, the Black Pants Legion is
no.
Legion.
Yeah.
the new Space Station 13 video, apparently there's a World of Darkness server for it,
Oh dear.
and he was playing as the cops.
Oh
Was it
god.
13 or was it 14?
Do you know what?
There's a big
Do you know what would be an
stability.
absolutely amazing collab there? If Tex is into World of Darkness, he really needs to get with the Big D crew.
I mean, that would be funny as a cameo.
I mean, they've already got half the 40k lore guys doing voice stuff in there, so...
I don't think they have Remlays again yet. Though they might have something else for him. Who knows? Most of the TTS guys are there. In the latest audio log, Zoran showed up as Ross.
Yeah. There's Ocular Imperia as well. I think he's been around for a while.
I think he was in TTS at some point. He voices Arkham in the thing. I fucking adore his lore videos.
I like how he gets into the character so much. It really pulls you into the actual stories. Although if I feel like just
really
chilling, then I'll just listen to Voldemort and maybe a Cronan video.
Like, I don't know if it's an insult to say that they're good to put on when you go to sleep or not.
No, I get exactly what you mean. Or like when it's late at night and you just want to chill and tune down, you know?
Yeah, I put on like lore videos and or like
like
podcasts.
Background if you just try to focus on something else, sort of, but your mind wants to be distracted. If you get what I'm saying.
Well, I sort of.
If you haven't listened to the
otherwise,
Adventures of Cronan, you should. It's the Tales of High Adventure are worth listening to indeed.
But yeah, Oculus Imperia is great. Honestly, the cast of TTS and Hunt of the Parenting is great.
You know, they've got kind of like Team 4 Star. They managed to get a whole bunch of real voice talent together who have a genuine passion for the subject, and you can tell. But the thing is, I don't think it's ever going to be something they make rich money off of, and I don't know if they're going to become professional voice actors. So you know,
I mean, I think Zoran is.
Kind of. He's alright. He's definitely like one of those internet ones that are definitely available to hire.
But
there's lots of talent and there's lots of passion, and that's what makes it so fun.
I do know that in the last update they did comment on the TTS stuff. Basically, well, I think that may have changed now, considering a few things that have been happening. But basically, if GW makes it explicitly clear that fan works like what they were doing are okay, they will return the TTS. But considering GW has been taking down smaller fan creators at the moment, no one that really make a stink about it. I feel like it might be a new lawyer who's trying to make a name for himself with GW. Because GW left it for years. They put the policy up.
Yeah,
GW
does this, and that's kind of the problem with a lot of it is every couple of years they'll come along completely burn any and all fan goodwill, and then it's silence again. This is.
I would like to see TTS
Sounds like
return,
the Japanese approach to justice.
Pretty much.
Wait until they've piled up a critical mass and then strike.
But I don't see it returning.
Yeah.
Like, until GW explicitly says something.
Yeah, I know for the Hunt of the Parenting, they basically got straight up, the World of Darkness's permission and whatnot.
Dude, they've been on some fucking dev streams for Vampire the Masquerade. Because, honestly, I think they, like with what happened with 40k, they have brought people into it. And I feel like starting, doing it with Hunter and then explaining things naturally in character, it's worked well.
The problem is, and it happens with a lot of these big IP companies, right? Is that they recognize, the value of user-generated content, as it's so often called. They want to monetize it, they want to get as much ownership as they can over it, and they want to be in control of the script. And that's where things like this get massive friction. Because half the fun is being able to take digs at Games Workshop that aren't necessarily mean, just, recognizing the problems, and corpos don't like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But...
I'm just being cynical.
But with they have blue sky. And a Tumblr which is labeled "Evil Guy Who Keeps Leaking Out Content" in the description. Fucking. But yeah. Even in the description at the end of stuff, they just straight up say,
Complete.
portions of the material are copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB. Right, Paradox bought White Wolf.
Paradox is actually turning into Triple A. It makes me sad.
No, that was happening up until Paradox had a god awful year sales wise.
Yeah, I haven't
Well,
really.
it wasn't last year. I think it was 2023. They basically made zero profits.
So I'm actually looking at the World of Darkness page. They just straight up have a. It's very similar to what Microsoft actually kind of has.
You wanna do a facility takeover for the Citizens for Prosperity? They're the closest things to the good guys in Pyro, so you know.
Sure.
So
Like,
land and assault, I think. Do not harm non-combatants or allies. Good luck.
yeah. So the Dark Pack is something you have to, I guess,
Shepherd's Rest to
join. But basically, it comes down to you can monetize videos on platforms that allow it, like YouTube, and gather funds through Twitch or Patreon, Ko-fi. But the content you have to be like you make for World of Darkness, has to be free for everyone. And I think that's the big sticking point with the Hunts and Parenting.
Complete.
Jack, Jorza, I trust your competence to pilots of Space Spark. We don't want to land too close to this place, honestly, so
Okay.
just
Just turrets.
turrets, hopefully not turrets, but possibly hostile ships, so, you know,
Oh, okay. So be ready.
yeah. But it's a ground mission, so we're gonna have to go in on ground. Through the clouds we go. Oh, that's a very low cloud cover.
I'm kind of getting more in the World of Darkness at the moment, and it's funny that's happening as the same time V Rising announces their new major
Oh yeah,
update.
before I forget, actually, I should probably share the mission, huh?
Yeah, ground.
Yeah, I know.
Don't text and fly.
Shields on.
Yeah.
But wait, I am going to dip, so I will talk to you later.
See you later.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Change these guns.
No,
Landing gear down.
I did change my power generators and stuff though.
Okay, yeah, because I got like 12 rounds and
Oh yeah, well that's probably because I've got no power to them right now.
yeah, yeah, that'll do it.
But yeah, that's because I'm trying to lower my signal. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Did I have it raised or lowered? I forgot.
I just raised it.
Yeah.
Also, did you share the mission?
No, I'm getting a little bit confused with myself at the moment. Give me a second.
Landing gear down.
Share. Okay, should see it.
Accept.
Cool. Yeah, as I say, this isn't a PvP mission, but there's a
Complete.
fair odds of PvP happening. So yeah, just see if the ramp opens there without too much trouble.
I'm watching it, so you can go ahead and open it.
Cool. Give me a second.
We are kind of, yeah, we've sort of laid on a forward gear on a rock awkwardly.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward. I think I'm gonna find a better.
It's a little bit of a clearing.
It's all kind of rock. Oh, that to our left. To our left.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in third person right now, so I can kind of see.
I do not like all these rocks.
No,
Hopefully
they're
not
all
an
pretty
issue.
low rocks. So as long as you
Fly above them.
think we landed. No. Okay, let me try this. I might need to close the cargo bay.
I mean, as long as we can bring back air bikes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the nice thing with the Dragonfly as well, as it does have room for a passenger in case there's one that gets blown up or something. There we go. Okay, it says landing complete. Opening cargo. Should be okay. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
alright.
yeah. It went into the ground. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that's on purpose, so... Okay, let's power off the weapons.
Off.
Power off the radar.
I'll go ahead and back my bike out.
Yeah. Okay, we should only be detectable from a fair distance away, so they might see us from the outpost, but we're so far away, hopefully they won't bother us.
Mm.
And again, I'm just being a little bit paranoid here as well, but
Yeah, fair enough.
I also do just like, you know, the whole landing a distance away and riding to my goal kind of side, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Yeah, because you wouldn't like risk your ship up close like what people normally do.
Yeah. There we go. Engines are on. I'm out. Right. Let me park the bike.
Landing complete.
Here we go. I don't know if anyone's watching the stream because I haven't got the chat open. Oh well. Yeah. So let's just keep the speed levels fairly low, I think, and we should be fine. Speed levels low, elevation high.
Right, there are no big dips.
Yeah, I mean, if you, as long as you catch it while you're on the rise and you kind of start braking at that point, that's normally fine.
Hmm.
Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of armor, spacing.
Yeah.
Wait, jump up the speed a little bit.
I'm gonna be going around 60, 70.
Yeah, going about 65 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good speed,
Oh,
I
that's
think.
a big jump.
Yeah, that's why I say
That's a crash.
use left and right to try and guide away from impact points, I find, like the strafe.
Hmm.
Like, my focus is, at this point with the bikes, learning how to reliably pilot them
Okay,
without
no, it just
crashing.
exploded out of nowhere.
What happened? I see your body. Maybe
It just exploded. And I'm back at R-Corp. Fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, no, there's your body over here. Okay, so for some reason the space bikes really don't like you. Or maybe it's the Nox.
Could just be the Nox.
Yeah, because you didn't get that with the Pulse. Although you weren't flying.
I did. Oh, yeah, I wasn't on the pulse that much.
Okay, so shall I... Fuck. That's a distance.
Yeah, because I'm back at area 18.
Yeah, what do you want to do here? Do you want me to cancel this one and we move back into Stanton, or
Yeah.
you want to? Because, I mean, you should be able to get through the jump point with your ship and all, but it's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a distance now to Pyro. I mean, Bloom. Should have set our respawn points.
You really should have.
Okay, well, I'm back at the ship, so let me just get my bike back on board. Ow. Yeah, what you can do maybe for now is, you think you can make it through the jump point?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can make it through the jump point, I'll meet you there. How's that sound?
Fair enough.
Because I think we'll both want to set our respawn at Pyro Gate, at Stanton Gateway anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we can take this as a self-inflicted reminder of what happens when you don't account for certain things.
Hmm.
Sorry, dude.
It happens. It's Star Citizen.
Yeah. I hate to say that, though. Because when
Look,
it works,
when
it
people say
fucking
Star
works,
Citizen moment,
you know?
it's either, it's a really, like, a scenic moment, or it's just complete jank.
Yeah. The problem is I really like the scenic moment parts, but then the jank gets in the way when I try and do it with buddies, you know? It's a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I have those. There seems to be me who has issues with at least. That it could just be the bike, or
I think it might just be the bike.
but it could also be my own. Because there's also the other factor of me this not being my normal server, the distance, desync.
Yeah. While you're there at ArcCorp, I think that's got it has a ship deal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got the smaller one.
Maybe see if it has any hover bikes, because they're normally less than like 100k. I can chip you in that much. And you can try a different bike maybe. I quite like the Dragonfly. The Pulse, as you know, is very zippy, but also that makes it even more dangerous if you're desyncing. So.
How about ground vehicles normally on?
I think they do sell like a
that one
Cyclops
time.
and such, but anyway.
Launch complete.
I'm lifting off from the outpost. These guys will have to wait another 15 to 20 minutes for their defense. For me to take it over back. No, we're taking it back over for them because it's constantly in conflict or something. I can't remember. But yeah.
Something like that.
It's an offense mission. They get a stay of our... They get a merciful stay for another brief time before they die. If you want to look at things optimistically. Oh shit.
What was that about optimistically?
No, I forgot to
Crusader Industries, a journey worth
turn on all of my components again.
on.
Which could have ended badly. But didn't.
Okay, what's available here? We have something.
Shields off.
Origin X1. That's yet another hover bike.
Yeah, well, as I said, seeing it in the game, it actually looks better than I thought it would. So.
Do you think I could fit a Mirai Fury in the back of the Star Runner?
Yeah, you might. I mean, that's a proper ship in that sense, but it would... You'd have to be even more careful in a way.
Yeah.
Less likely to explode randomly from collisions you don't realize happen, but... You know, also the turrets will probably shoot at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where was I going? Stanton
Hey,
Gateway.
there's also the hover quad.
I haven't tried that. You're welcome to pick it up, maybe.
It's
and
like 50.
see.
It's like 50. It's like 56 AUECs. That's on the list of.
Cool. And how much have you got?
Like 250.
Okay, yeah, so you've got more money than I do at the moment, so you'll find there.
There's also vehicle-wise, although I don't have enough money for it, the Argo CSV SM. That
Yeah,
like
that-
truck.
Yeah, but I
thing.
don't know if that has a passenger. If it had a passenger, I could go for it. But...
Yeah.
Engage.
Well, I'm in the middle of Quantum Drive. Let me check quickly the CSV, whether it has a passenger or not.
Blade Sark.
Yeah,
Right. All of them work now.
it should connect both of us, I think. Oh, shit.
Should.
There we go. I opened up my browser and I got the sound of my own voice repeating to myself. I am still on call, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, just checking. Right. Finding info on ships can be quite a chore
And
sometimes.
the ass, yeah. Yeah, with the Star Tools or whatever, it loads like crap.
Yeah, although in this case I'm just going to use the bloody page store. Max crew 1. No, it's only room for 1 person. I mean, if you can get 2 mules, you could fit those easily. Would be a bit of a process to load them up, but, you know.
Yeah, this shop doesn't have mules. Look, I'll just pick up the hover quad. Probably the easiest.
Yeah, can't hurt to give it a try. I've never actually flown it. As much as I actually like quad bikes in real life, I don't find myself liking the hover quad, but maybe if I see it in the game, I'll be like, oh, it actually looks better than I thought. I don't know. Yeah, you'll probably just need to... Yeah, and then you can just claim it at Stanton Gateway, and then we can load it.
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Because they sure as hell can't load that into the back of an Avenger or whatever.
Nah. That's what the pulse is for.
You might be able to fit. Yeah, you might be able to fit a pulse.
Well,
if you pray to Clang.
Well, that's the thing is, SIG specifically said, or some of the developers specifically said, we built the pulse to try and fit in anything. But in theory, there's a lot of places you could put a pulse. In practice, you've got the hoverbike jank to deal with.
Yeah.
And even worse, hoverbike jank when you try and use a tractor beam on.
First, I find it funny that they went for the whole race bike thing with the pulse, and there's this tiny little Honda motorbike. It's like the size of like a brief, kind of the size of like a large briefcase called the Moto Compo.
I mean,
this tiny little thing.
Cloud Imperium.
It should be that.
I don't know why if we're going to get like scooter type bikes at some point. I do want to try the wheel bike they're supposed to have, but I mean, consider their tanks. Maybe they
I know you were giving me shit when I was when I was driving the Rover, but that thing handles like ass on that planet.
Yeah, the Rover has a fairly low inclination limit, I would put it.
Yeah. That I think it also might be because we're on a low gravity world. It felt like it just snap oversteers a lot.
Yeah. Like the mule, sorry. That one's actually pretty amazing for driving over cliffs and stuff. But it can't turn for shit, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm nearly at the gateway. Do you want me to pick up anything from the shops while I'm waiting?
No. Thankfully, the respawns are very forgiving now.
Oh, it is going to change slightly. In future, you're going to need to register the loadout you want to restore and claim it back from like a kiosk, basically.
As long as it isn't like annoying to get to, I'm fine with it.
It'll probably be kind of like the inventory kiosks now, or in your hangar, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know. Like, the point is to make it at least penalize you in terms of like a soft drop of equipment when you die, rather than just give it back, you know.
Okay, I might Titan. Hey, the expedite fee. Take a minute.
No worries.
Well, while that's happening, I may as well quickly grab some food and drink in case I need it. Wow, a player actually wearing like normal clothes.
I actually find it strangely satisfying to do that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for like roleplay.
It's not even the roleplay so much, it's just like,
Please proceed to assigned
it's good for getting screenshots, and it gives you kind of like, gives you a little bit more immersion if you're not in a hurry, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to say why I enjoy some of the stuff I do about Star Citizen outside of the fact that I do. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Right, coming in for a landing.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay. Maybe if you weren't charging me 4,000 for top up of my petrol tank. Well, at the rate we're going, we might end up paying like 4,000 rand for a top up. Okay, so yeah. Looks like my sort of semi-stealth upgrade to the Mercury has helped. Now it's only detectable down to 17 kilometers when it's trying to be quiet instead of 34. So, you know.
Something.
What I do actually want to do as well is I want to see if we can find a wreck or two. Because last night I realized, because I was doing like a distress call mission. And I was and I wandered around the area a bit, and I found an Ares, and it had some fairly nice A-grade components installed. And I realized, in the military type, and I realized, yeah, maybe you can find some good equipment on these things.
At the very least, you always sell them.
Selling doesn't get you a lot of money, even for the good stuff generally. Maybe to players, but then you've got to arrange the exchange, so, you know.
And then there's all other kinds of...
I mean, I wouldn't mind
that can
trying
happen.
to arrange a shady, black market exchange of components at some point, but I would need security. Preferably with a grenade launcher.
Gateway.
Right.
Of course.
So yeah, the thing with while you're jumping, you just, you kind of keep an awareness of where the center of your screen is and try and control that. Because it can be kind of visually overwhelming by design, I think.
Yeah.
As long as you know which direction the center of your screen is going, you know where you're pointing. It's a bit weird to describe, but I think you'll understand when you get in there.
When you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not difficult,
That should
but
be too bad in a small ship like I'm flying right now.
yeah, no, you should be very agile in there, so just don't hit the walls, or if you do hit the walls, at least do it once you are in the orange part of the tunnel, because then you'll pop out somewhere in Pyro, I think. Probably damaged, though. I don't know. I've never actually gone out of my way to try and... That might be an interesting way to escape being chased, is you just drop out prematurely, take the damage.
Yeah, make them follow you and then just drop out and...
Anyway, maybe I should go to that weapon shop again while I'm here. Because there's a weapon shop, there's an armor shop. Might as well do a little bit of equipping. Or re-equipping. I have stored the mercury, so we should just be able to go into the hangar and...
We'll do our usual...
the usual down, up, down, you know?
what was I gonna say
Or
with
up, down, up, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll land I'll land on the Star Runner in space type deal.
Yeah, that can work as well. That might actually work a bit better. Not sure. Because if we go...
It's a bit better than trying to play, hangar hooky, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, let's take a look at this armor shop. There's probably going to be at least a Macplex backpack I can borrow. Oh wait, they've got the singularity. Interesting. And ice. Only the legs, okay. I didn't call for that. Oh, interesting.
So you just fly straight into the hole, or do you have to like
you
calm anything?
make sure your quantum drive is active on the right mode. It should automatically start spooling up when you're pointing at it and close enough. And I think if it's closed, you might have to press the fire button to open the wormhole. If you're following someone in, you shouldn't need to, so... Okay.
Okay, just a floating reclaimer. Or whatever the big salvage ship is.
Yeah, it's a reclaimer.
That's a ship that needs a massive rework.
Yeah, it does. Okay, let's see if they have any nice scopes here.
Tuning. Tuning completed.
Stabilizer, suppressor.
New
Ooh.
items in, so make sure to check them out.
I
And
think you're going to be happy with that.
and once it's open, just fly in.
Anything I can help you
Yeah.
We've just received some exciting.
No decent scopes, okay. Oh well.
It's very bright.
It is. Might also be your display settings, but I don't know. That's something very hard to diagnose when it's that kind of issue, if it's that kind of
Yeah.
issue.
We just got a few new items in, so make sure to check them out.
Nothing too interesting in the shop, so well. And I will be swapping out to a different suit of armor just for...
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yep, I see you. Coming out of the hole. Right about now.
Wait.
Nice. I feel like that'd be very trippy in something like VR. If
Some
they make a
people
VR
have
back
tried
then.
it, but it's a finicky kind of thing.
I don't think they've updated anything VR-wise in Star Citizen for years.
They've never really officially supported it. It's always been through the... You know what that... What's the thing? There's that one VR... Flat screen to VR thing that people
Oh,
keep...
that
Vorpex.
track IR.
Vorpex or whatever.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm taking sniper rifle because it's a good mid-range rifle anyway. Only got one spare magazine for the pistol, but that's fine. Worst case, I can take it. I can take the gun off an enemy. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't even bother with a spare mag for the pistol. I'll just pick up another one.
Yeah, pistols are at least something you can pick up pretty much anywhere.
You mean having a request completed? Where the fuck do you want me? There you are, fucking server.
Cool, so what you'll probably want to do is just, you know, land, store, reclaim, pull up, launch, and yeah. You know, we can just try having you as a passenger on the Dragonfly in the worst case as well. I don't know.
Mm. No, first,
But we've gone to this much effort.
set my respawn here.
Ah, shit. Thanks for reminding me, actually. Thank you very much for reminding me.
I got into this situation. And honestly, probably setting it at the gateway is probably a smart move.
Yeah, no, it's a good place. It's not too much traffic, but at the same time, it's close-ish to both Stanton and most areas in Pyro, you know.
Yeah.
It's a trip, but it's
also
not an insurmountable trip.
I'm interested to sort of see how cargo runs going to work between systems, or how they work.
You know, they've always been kind of shy of giving people, like, remote price information. So generally speaking, it goes like a gamble. I mean, I get kind of where they're coming from. Like, if you see how they want to work with data gameplay and all of that, they want a information limited universe in a sense. But yeah, they are data miners and such who...
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, well, I've set my spawn point, so I'm going to get to my hangar and lift off.
Bye-bye. Just passed by each other at the lobby there.
Yeah, I saw you pass by my elevator.
Okay, is the medbay by the easy hub? Yep.
Yeah, it's always by the easy hab-ish.
Ish, yeah. That's a big problem, that ish.
It's much more reliably consistent in Pyro, which is a little bit sad, really. There is one problem I have, is that, yeah, they've got the, again, with the semi-randomization, but, you know, the outposts look the same, the stations look kind of the same, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully that's just because they're trying to build out the core stuff, so they don't have time for the deep variety yet, I hope. I look very silly in this suit, but you know what? Let's go with it.
Operation. Transfer imprint. I was going to assume that worked.
I be lifting off.
Crusader Industries. A journey
Okay.
worth
Long
taking.
elevator.
Systems on. Launch complete.
You are clear to launch.
Alright, I'm exiting the hangar.
Landing gear up.
Yep. I'm heading to my hangar now.
Not seeing anyone else on the radar yet.
Yet.
Right, that is one, but doesn't look hostile. Yeah, it's just a turret, I think. No, it's pothole GG. Not in... Oh, wait. Is that a... I swear it's a Polaris.
You know what I wish some of the backpacks had? Kind of like how, you've got like, slots for like your magazines and whatnot. I feel like the backpack should have like slots for like, a spare bottle of water, med supply, so like for like team gameplay.
Yeah. Would be nice if we had just like... If you could get stuff on like external slots, like in a pouch on your chest, for example, that people can just grab if they need to. I mean, sure, there could be pickpocketing potential there, but... I mean, if you let your stuff get stolen while they're standing still in the middle of nowhere, whose fault is that, honestly?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting just outside the station.
Yeah, just trying to get the... There we go. The interface is a little clunky.
Might have lost each other from the party, actually.
I've still got the mission.
Oh yeah, so have I.
Um,
Party... No, you're in the party, okay. I'm just not seeing you. Oh no, you're above me. Ah. You're about a kilometer above me. Okay. You should be able to see me to
Yep.
your right. Okay, I'm going to turn the ship around. Tell me when I'm facing the right way. Good enough. I think
it's
that's
much
good
louder
enough.
than the Nox. Yep, it's good enough. Thing is, we have more louder than the Nox when it comes to accelerating.
You can...
Kinda
I think
weird.
you can change the acceleration speed, but I forget how, because...
Oh no, I'm talking about the sound. Just
Ah. Yeah, I can hear it. It's pretty loud. I think the Nox is also meant to be a bit of a stealth recon kind of bike. Whoop.
ow. Yeah, usually when it gets to like that area, it decides to jump up.
Yeah,
I've noticed.
closing the cargo. That was the wrong button. Or, oh, wait, no, that was just you. That was you shutting down the...
Yeah, me shutting down my bike. It's fucking loud.
No, I heard this. I was like, wait, my ship's shutting down?
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I feel like the Nox and the hover quad should have like their sounds swapped.
Contact.
Alright, I'll get secured in one of the turrets.
Yeah. Not letting me target the outpost. Let me just go to Bloom. I'll just bloom and go to the planet. Out of the way. Okay. Right.
Shields off.
Preparing to quantum travel. Why is it not? This is
Is it
annoying.
doing that thing again?
Well, no, it's more like it's not showing up at all, but it's fine for now. Just give me a second to get out of this bloody cloud. But yeah, if you find a nice wreck, you can scan it for parts, so it's a nice way. If we do see any, they'll be great options for quick upgrades.
Weapons off.
Let's cancel that and try that again. No. There we go. Okay, now it's spooling.
Quantum travel engaged.
What a whoop. I would quite like to get some military shield generators on this old girl.
What's that gonna do to her signature?
Make it louder, but I mean, you're going to be turning the shields as low as they'll go for stealth anyway. Or a military quantum drive would be nice, because they do tend to be the faster ones.
But don't they also burn the most fuel?
Yeah, but I mean, mid-sized ships, any single trip is going to be fine. So how's the weekend treating you?
Quiet. Yeah, no news is good news.
Yeah, same. My news, you know my news. I couldn't shut up about my news yesterday.
I mean, Mrs. Spen, got sick like last weekend. She got a bug from the nieces and nephews when she's looking after them like that Friday evening.
Just think of them.
I don't know.
Just think of it as them bestowing the joys of Nurgle upon your family.
Ish. Let's just say, her nieces and nephews are walking, reference cases as to the benefits of contraceptives. The fucking terrors.
I mean, how old are they?
I think the youngest is like, one of them's in diapers. Yeah, I think the rest are in like primary school,
Eh,
like early primary school, I think.
give it another 5 years and half of them won't be talking to you, so, or your wife.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
They'll be too busy having their rebellious phase, after which, they'll be mostly adults. You'll be able to deal with them, in theory. Depending on how well of a job, the parents do, but I'm going to assume you've got some confidence in your family there. Maybe not. Oh, good luck with them, that's all I'll say.
Look, I can very case of they ain't my kids.
Doesn't seem to stop the government. No, I can't help a dig there. None of it. Yeah. So I did try armor now with the new GPU as well.
And you saw no change whatsoever.
Surprisingly, actually I did. I mean, I was running it, I ramped up the textures and a couple of the other settings that I only had on high, and I set the shadow distance to like a whole 360. Still running smooth. I mean, it's definitely going to chug and suffer in the op because this is armor we're talking, but
Yeah.
it is certainly the prettiest I've ever seen armor, and it can look pretty good when it wants to.
When being the operative word there.
Yeah. I should probably resist the temptation to turn up the super sampling though.
Quantum fuel, 75%.
Why would you want to put super sampling on an armor that's just asking for trouble? I mean, turning on anything in armor is asking for trouble, if we're being honest.
I mean, it's one of those pieces of software that all the parts that are broken kind of break each other in such a way that it works. It's so, you know.
Oh yeah, it's held together with you know, Czech tech wizardry.
Yeah. And the occasional act of espionage
I
unintentionally.
may have fallen out of the ship.
I hope not.
You're nearly 2 GM away from me.
Okay, well, I'm
And
nearly...
yeah, I fall.
I don't know how I'm going to get to you.
Yeah, that's this is a problem. That's what I get for wandering around.
Quantum travel complete.
Yeah, that could be interesting. Because the best I could do is probably within like 100,000. Oh, and there's Stanton
So where-
Gateway in the way as well.
Like, is there like a way for me, like,
You might be able to do a beacon for me, I don't know.
yeah? How do you make a beacon though?
I think they disabled beacons because people weren't really using them.
Fuck.
Journal...
Microtech say that's. Oh fuck.
If it's not making it easy today, Star Citizen.
Yeah. Star Citizen's being real Star Citizen right now.
Quantum travel engaged.
The most annoying part is that it's only being Star Citizen for you. Sorry, man. Okay, I'm going to see how close I can get to you. Probably not very. 1.9.
Oh, you're getting. Okay, so you get approaching.
Shields on.
Okay, you dropped off my.
Complete.
You overshot me.
I know
It
I
was
overshot.
like an instant.
Okay, you're 72.5.
Shields off.
We'll be doing like 1 second bursts if you can, or like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
shorter bursts
trying-
if possible.
A micro jump. Okay, was he realigning again? Fuck.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
And... okay.
No, you overshot it.
No, I haven't moved.
Okay, well.
Quantum travel
Chuck
engaged.
it
There we
past
go.
me. Oh,
Shields on. Quantum travel complete.
okay, 6.9.
I don't know if I can...
Shields off.
There's somehow always something aligned with you as well. It's a bit annoying, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I can even jump to you directly, but...
You know, I'll start moving sideways a bit just to see if that helps. It probably won't, considering I don't even know what speed I'm going.
Quantum travel complete.
Okay, you are 900 k's from me.
That's doable. You know, I'm gonna just fly there. It's gonna take a while,
Yeah.
though. I don't know if you want to go make some coffee.
Uh,
Because I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. I mean, I managed to get within 1,000 kilometers of you on a 65 fucking million kilometer jump. So yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive in itself.
Okay, I'm going at 1,200 meters a second. That means that it'll take
Sub 900 now, so
2, 4, like 6 to 10 minutes.
well, we've got at least we've got stories.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take a quick bio break and make some coffee. By the time we both get back, we should be a couple of 100 kilometers closer.
Yeah.
So to any single individual, whoever's watching the stream, we'll be right back. Very interesting stream. Likely to explode randomly from collisions you don't realize happen, but you know, also the turrets will probably shoot at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back.
About 385.
Yeah, about 4 more minutes. 5. I don't know.
Eh.
Grab coffee, tea, or what?
Oh, I was putting fire break.
Uh,
Oh, I should grab some more drink.
well, we've got some time if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed at the fact that, you know, I can still get to you when you literally appear in the middle of nowhere, but yeah.
Okay. Drink. And about 250 off.
Yeah, I'm watching the distance meter go down.
It's getting there. Well, it's a good thing we don't have to worry about suit oxygen.
You do, but it's plenty of time, so...
Oh, yeah, you have to pick it in the little, thingy.
press F1 now. Just check if there should be an O2 meter on the right.
Right. Yeah, 85%. Yeah, I got plenty.
But yeah, no, suit oxygen's been a thing for years. I've actually died to it before when I was riding around on a dragonfly on a planet and I lost my ship.
And that's what the oxy pens are for?
Yep.
Yeah, I've only ever used the med pens.
Oxypens are for a very theoretical set of situations right now where you're in a cave or something for an extended period of time, you know.
Hmm.
Or, you know, when you're stranded and you've got to wait a while for someone to get to you. Well, that's more likely to only come up when they get the log on where you logged off kind of thing going.
Yeah. 140.
Yep. I'll try not to run you over at a kilometer per second. At 3,600 kilometers per hour. It's actually a bit more, but you know. Yeah, it's actually over 4,000 kilometers an hour. I don't think there'd be much left of you.
Mm.
And that's the thing that's weird with Star Citizen. Despite the planets being smaller scale, everything else is scaled bigger, so it feels slower than it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of their heroic proportions thing.
Mm.
Not a huge fan of heroic proportions. I mean, they can be fun, but yeah. For a game where you kind of want to be a little bit more realistic, having buildings 5 times the size they should be, I don't know.
Hmm. Alright, 60k's off.
Yeah. I feel this weird urge to start slowing down. But yeah, I should be heading
Momentarily.
slightly parallel to where you are, so. They should be seeing me coming up within the next few seconds.
Yes. Yep, I see. I think I see your thruster plume, maybe.
Shields
Yep.
on.
Yeah, if we want to slow down now.
Yeah, I'm down to a mere 200 meters a second. So ETA about 20-30 seconds.
Mm.
And hello there. You appear
Hello.
to be a bit lost.
Just a little. My momentum a bit.
Yeah, you can press X to brake yourself, by the way. Useful trick with EVA. Close the door behind you.
Yep. Wasn't raised in a barn.
There we go. This time I'll wait for you to get into a seat.
Yes, yes. I am not moving.
Right, routing to Bloom.
Yep.
ETA about 1 minute.
Stellar distances.
Maybe when it doesn't route properly. There we go. Might be because it's weekend and it's sort of busy hours. So I normally get connected to the EU server, so.
Hmm.
Alright, let's try this one more time.
Yeah. With emphasis.
This time with vigor and success. And maybe driving the bikes a bit slower.
Quantum travel complete.
Hello, Bloom 2. Just waiting for the cooldown.
Yep.
There we go.
Quantum travel engaged.
I bet you it's going to be nighttime now.
Hey, my death marker.
Quantum travel complete. Shields on.
Oh. See, there's a contact near there.
Zuli.
Yeah. Okay, we're quite a distance up, but I'm gonna go slow, try and get to the ground.
Weapons on.
You won't have many shots
like-
right now, but I'll give you more power if necessary.
Yeah, it looks like they're heading towards my death marker.
There shouldn't be anything there
Kind
to
of.
find.
They're just probably from the angle more so than anything else.
Yeah, well... Why is my ship inverted?
Just watch your altitude.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm going down very slowly right now. There we go. See the ground.
Yeah.
Lowering landing gear.
Docking denied.
Yeah, the problem is the player's kind of like in the same direction.
Yeah, okay, I need to drastically change my angle. There we go.
Also, do we maybe want to be a little bit closer? So it's dark and
I mean, it's 14 Ks, but yeah. But just bear in mind that the closer we are, the more likely we are to be a worthwhile target.
Mm.
So if you want to risk it when there's already a player there, it's up to you. I'll go with your choice on this one. You want to risk or...
let's see where they are on the.
Docking initiated. Docking denied.
It looks like they're
Landing gear.
they're like a little past it. But they're like four. I think they might be trying to attack the same spot.
No, I think they might be at Shepherd's Rest itself. I see they are active. They appear to be in a vanguard.
Mm.
Docking initiated. Docking denied.
But this is a good place to land at least because it's flat. So, yeah.
Landing
Mm.
complete.
Very dark though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can, if we take it a bit slow with the bikes, we should be fine. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm just concerned about what this player's gonna do because it's entirely possible we just get stuck here.
I mean, if that happens, then we can log off, basically. And
Mm.
But yeah, the reason as long as we're not parking within like 2 kilometers, I think we'll generally be okay. Hope I haven't landed this thing funny.
Yeah, and looks like that Zuli's moving.
Is he moving?
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on him. I'm getting back to the pilots.
wait to see if they're going to make an like an orbit push for orbit. When they're increasing stop moving? What are you up to?
I mean, he's out. In theory, we're outside of his scan range. In theory.
In theory. I don't. I'm moving again. Come on, make a push for orbit. Yeah, push for orbit, coming for landing. I'm sort of looking at their little like.
Oh yeah, he's
little
moving away
thing.
from us a little bit, but he isn't. I think he's coming into land or something.
Yeah. And what's usually at Shepherd's Rest? I wouldn't know, so.
It's just another outpost, basically, where some friendlies are, or some civilians of a particular faction are. But yeah, I mean, I think we're actually outside of his radar right now
Hmm.
because the cross section is low enough. So
Yeah. Do we want to risk it?
I'm willing to risk it.
Okay, popping on my turret.
I think if we got any closer, they would definitely have seen us. But as it is, I'm not
Yeah.
100%.
It's definitely the concern once we get into their vehicles and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, we're a little bit above the ground, but that's the advantage of hover bikes. Wow, the Dragonfly's actually a lot bigger than the quad. Surprised.
Alright, it's good. Inventory.
Yeah, you got out first.
Speed. Yep, that's the rock.
Yep. Let's take it a little slow. Ow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bit like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move it slightly to the left here. Would be nice if my ship wasn't so bloody bright. But oh well. I mean, if they can see the lights, they can see it on scanners, so whatever.
Yeah.
There's only so much stealth I can do with the Mercury, I'm sorry.
Like, did you leave your ship powered on?
Yeah, but the cross-section signal is lower than the... is higher than the thermal signal, so even if it was off, they'd be able to see it at that distance. Because there's 3 different types of signals, and one doesn't go away when you turn power off. Okay, so let's keep our speed down to like 40-ish, I think. Makes sense to you?
Yep.
And then keep ourselves floating as high as possible, so just hold space until you can't go any further, I think.
Just basically keep holding it.
Well, no,
Not like it's terrain.
once you've hit a certain point, then you'll be fine. Yeah, just kind of head down the side slowly, and we can... Yeah, see, I'm taking it very slow, so I don't know if that'll help with you.
Players moving.
Yeah. Looks like they're coming... Well, we are also moving, so that might be it as well. Looks like they've exited their ship. Maybe. But yeah, at 40 it seems, or 40 meters a second seems fine. Like it catches itself. It's a bit slow, but it's steady. It's actually slightly faster than the ground vehicles, which are like 32 to 36 meters anywhere. And that's when they're getting full speed. I mean, that's like 120 k's an hour. I actually did open up calc to figure that one out. Again, it's down to the whole scale thing, so it feels slower than it is.
Players definitely moving, and they're definitely closing towards the...
Well, there's nothing much we can do about it. They might be heading towards the outpost, in which case they might save us the effort. Yeah, it looks like they're heading towards... No, they're heading outwards. Remember, we are getting closer to them as well, so yeah.
Yeah, it's just, for a moment they were going like 100 something.
Yeah, they are moving.
Away.
But I don't know what they're doing. And I don't know what my signal is, so it's hard to tell.
I kind of don't want to turn off my lights.
Yeah, no, that would be a little bit dangerous. I think we're moving at as close to a safe speed as is possible on the hoverbikes, but yeah, still want those lights to avoid the occasional rock.
Yeah, it's not like we have night vision in the game.
Yeah, okay, looks like he's moving away, sort of.
Yeah, it's sort of keep, like... I'm not sure what they're doing.
They might be hunting for players to shoot.
Yeah, well,
In which case, at least we outnumber them, and they probably won't be able to shoot us very easily if they're in the ship. So yeah.
now they're upside down. Now they're
Wow, this
quite
is
bad
some
up.
very rough terrain. Feels like I'm playing with a Skyrim here. Whoa, I can see some explosions going there. Whoa.
Are they being shot at by turrets?
Maybe. No, because then we'd be seeing their shields change. Yeah, I think I've just ridden off the side of a mountain. There we go.
Good job. I mean, as long as, you know, you're alive.
Yeah. Eventually I'll be confident enough to ride at a decent speed with the hoverbikes and not die, but you know.
Like, I'm gonna have to go down side of this mountain myself a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of straight slide down it. Okay, where are you next compared to where I am at the moment?
I'm about a K and a half back.
Cool, yeah.
I'm trying not.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
trying
your
not to-
lights there.
Yeah, I'm trying not to incur Clang's wrath.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been focusing on. Yeah, that was quite a mountain, actually. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, he's a few kilometers away from where we need to be, which hopefully means he won't see our bloody bikes.
Hmm.
Problem is, they haven't updated the
Hovering
bike
there.
interfaces, so it's a little bit of a pain to know where what my signal is.
Yeah, it's not exactly much better on the hover quad. Never getting that the MFDs or MFD.
Yeah, you see, this one doesn't even have a proper NFD, so it's a bit annoying. Yeah, I think we should be safe at this distance because it's the big power plants and the quantum drives that... Okay, well, we should be reasonably safe to speed up a little bit here. I'm going up to 50 something. Because this seems like a very flat area at least.
But there's also like some another ship in the area. CK5 whatever.
If it's just a serial number, it's not occupied, so we should be alright. Okay, well, I'm 500 meters away. I'm going to park the bike here.
Engines offline.
Ow. No. Oh, shit. Okay, I've got to turn on the bike again so I can get right way up. Don't forget to lower your bike before you
Land.
turn off the engine, yeah. Or it will be very awkward.
That ship's heading towards us. Real quick.
I'm just going to move away from my bike.
I'm gonna try to leave him away from.
He's shooting at something nearby.
That seemed kind of close. Don't you do it. I don't know if this thing's got guns or not.
It's got... The Dragonfly has guns, but it ain't big enough to deal with this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm just... What the fuck is he aiming for?
The ship was on the ground there.
Someone else's ship, yeah. It's a good thing we landed a decent distance away, I think. I don't think he spotted us. Or he dismissed us because I'd left the bike. One of the two, because he flew away.
I just powered off. I just powered off my bike.
Yeah, that's fine too. I just power off the engine, but that powering off the whole bike is also good. Either should work.
Hmm.
Okay, but he
Just sort
seems
of
to have
slide
flown
around.
away. So,
Power back up, see.
yeah, powering off shouldn't be a problem, as long as it doesn't land funny. I wasn't trying to say it was a problem or anything. Okay, I'm quite close. I'm getting closer to the outpost. Yeah.
Yeah, that ship's still there.
No, it's still there, yeah. It's gonna be there, but... If leave the bikes abandoned, he'll be less likely to.
Hmm.
Okay, so... Fire only if fired upon. Because we do have friendlies, in theory.
Yeah.
Guy's quite a distance away. He looks armored. He's probably hostile.
And keep an eye on text chat in case they actually decide to talk, but
Yeah, there's two
doubt.
hostiles. Yeah, I spotted two hostiles so far. I'm going to shoot one just to confirm that the armored guys are in fact hostile. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Missed. Yeah, he's not on our side. Took quite a few hits to kill. Huh. Okay. So check your targets, but yeah. If they're wearing armor, they probably... That guy hostile?
I see something moving in front.
He looks like a
Moving
bandit type.
hostile.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm moving in fairly close. Oh, you're right next to me. Okay.
Another one on the right side.
Yeah.
There's two there.
Got one. Took a light injury, but I'm alright.
More coming. Reloading. Oh, we recovered then reloading.
One more down.
Flank him.
Another one down. Okay, there's 3 targets left. Ow!
Yeah, these guys are armored.
Yeah, these guys are a bit tougher. There we go. There's one more.
Inside the...
Yeah. Reloading my pistol, and I'm gonna...
Target
there
down.
you go. You got him. Yep. Okay.
I'm just gonna finish off this drum. No point in keeping a drum with 8 rounds left, you know?
Yeah. Now comes the fun part. See if they had anything nice to loot. Oh, there's an F-55 here. Shitty scope though. Some med pans. I won't say no to med pans. Yeah, I mean, these are kind of skags, but...
I'm gonna go and grab my bike, that way I've got the personalized inventory close.
I wouldn't pick it up until we want to drive them away, honestly. But if you want to risk it, because there is at least a passenger slot on the Dragonfly, but I am very worried about that ship shooting.
Fair.
If you still see the ship, then I'd say maybe reconsider. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Not finding much in the inventory of these guys, really.
Hmm.
I mean, this isn't exactly one of the long...
Yeah, but they can't... They
This
seem
mission
like
wouldn't
way more
normally
armored.
take like an hour and a half to do, kind of thing, you know. Let me see what's on the corpses of the people in the buildings.
I mean, I'm surprised they've actually got grenades for once.
Yeah, I'm just doing fashion raiding. There's no real decent equipment. Well, do keep an eye open for loot crates, but you know.
There's a woman here. NPC.
Well, don't shoot her. There are non-hostiles here, so. I'm just looking around for any minor lootsicles. I don't know if we'll find any. Nothing in here, it seems.
Mm.
We built up a little bit of rep and we can... But yeah.
Is that heavy armor?
Yeah, we're around one of the buildings.
We had an F-55.
Yeah, and a Delta. None of them seem to have anything too valuable on them.
I mean, I might just take the heavy armor, so... But... Yeah, I want to bring my bike closer for that. I don't want to go through the hassle of, like, completely changing armor out here.
Yeah.
Goes jank.
Can you not put it in your backpack? No, not that backpack.
No. Yeah, I'll go grab my bike.
Found a
There's
lootable
there's a
crate.
couple suits of...
Nice. I
There's a
found...
couple.
Okay, it's not very useful. Tiger Claw, Lifeguard, Orbit, and some combat knives. I'll take the one combat knife. Okay, so there are a few lootable crates around here, but they're pretty well hidden.
Yeah.
So I did get a minor arm injury during all of this, but...
I didn't get hit at all.
You know, I kind of ran out of rounds as a guy came into view, so you know how it goes.
Yeah, when I saw more guys pop, yeah.
Okay, well, I've pretty much got the stuff I wanted to grab, so... Not much worth grabbing there, honestly. Except maybe the armor.
Yeah, I'll just... But Zhu Lee's still there.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of reluctant to move any closer.
Understandable, but... Loot calls. Oh,
Yeah.
that is... Nope. This popped up for a second.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll hang back a bit, and if he does blow you up, I'll be...
Yeah, it looks like Zhu Lee's flying off.
Nice, okay. We are safe, yeah? Okay, what I'll do is I'll head back to the ship. If Zuli has flown off by the time, then I'll try and fly a bit closer and pick you up.
Yep.
Or at least pick you up on the way, as it were. You know.
Yeah.
Right, I'm en route. Whoa! Oh. Okay, I took a bit of a ding there, but that's fine. So we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. Ah, halfway there-ish.
I don't really want their undersuit. So yeah, there were crates around.
There were one or two. I found one, but they don't seem to be the valuable kinds. But see if you can find any like the big red ones maybe. I think those ones are specifically higher value. I'm not sure. I'm nearly back at the ship.
Sweet.
Yeah, I forgot we landed on top of a mountain. Whoa. Slightly disorienting. Trying to get up a... Yeah, this is going to be fun. Landed right on top of one heck of a mountain, I think.
Hmm. Oh, there's a ladder here.
Yeah. There are upper floors to several of the buildings, so...
You have just to access ladder onto the roof.
There we go. There we go. I'm getting it. Sort of. There we go. I think I found the way. Ooh, I hear a contact signal. Ah, Zuli. Zuli. Or something like that. I'll still try and get up a mountain. It's actually proving quite challenging in the dark.
Hmm.
I think I've made progress. Aha, there we go. And Azuli's still hanging around and fairly close, actually. In fact, seems
Are
to
they
be getting
moving at all?
closer. Yeah, they're hovering around nearby
Yeah,
quite
I
fast.
I see them flying around.
Anyway. First, lower. Ow. Okay, maybe not quite that, right? That is not ideal, but that's fine. I might just leave the bike behind, honestly. It's easier than repairing it at this point.
As long as you can get back to the ship.
Yeah, I need to load it back in again. Maybe I can figure out how to repair it with the Cambio gun. I don't know.
Engines online. Engines offline.
Alright, Dragonfly is aboard the ship. Yeah, Zuli is 16 k's away from me. Hmm.
Launch complete.
Well, I'll try moving a bit slower. Moving slowly in.
Landing gear up.
God, you can fit a lot in the personalized inventory on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get too close. Alright, is he getting closer to me? That is the question. No, not right now. Okay, I'm actually going to try and get like 20 k's away from him.
God, I'm just going full loot goblin over here.
Yeah. Okay, he's moving towards me. I'm gonna move out for now.
Yeah.
I don't see him on radar anymore, I think. Yeah. No, he's 16.9. Yeah, he's hanging around there very patiently. Little shit.
Hmm.
Now, if you can drive in a direction that seems reasonably, what's its face?
Reasonable.
Then reasonably flat, then I can try and pick you up, hopefully without getting killed along the way. Is he flying towards me? Quite possibly.
Not moving at the moment.
He sees me.
Oh yeah, they're sort of like trying to get their nose pointed towards you at the moment, I think.
They know I'm here. They know I'm aware of them. Ooh, they're taking hits from something.
They're going 70. Yep, gained some altitude.
Yeah, they're moving closer to me.
Sort of reversing massively. What are you fucking doing? Okay, now they're flying away. Fucking leave. Okay, now they're below.
Yeah, they've gotten further away from me, but I don't know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're about 7.3 from me. Now they're hovering again. I'm gonna keep heading towards you now.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a slow circle.
You just can operate on. Oh, it's ice. Okay. Yeah, I'm sort of like on an ice flat.
Well, that's fairly fine. It's actually pretty good, I think, because you should be able. That's kind of an ideal terrain for it. So I'm heading down.
Yeah, I've got my lights on, but I'm keeping an eye on Zuli.
Oh, this is a very mountainous spot. Zuli is 13 kilometers that away. But as long as he's not bothering me, I won't bother him. So.
I'm kind of half expecting them to wait for us to maybe like reunite and then just shoot us both down. It's moving again. Moving.
He's getting closer to
Getting
me.
closer. Slowing down. Yeah, this is just straight up water.
Yeah. It's 15 k's away from me. I really don't know. I see there's some lights over there. Interesting.
I mean, I've got my helmet light on, so
No, not from where you are.
where they are.
No. Well, there is some there as well, but no. Ah, it's another ship. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm getting close to you. Gonna take this opportunity.
Yeah. Someone left their ship here.
Okay, Zuli's heading towards us at a fair clip. 270, 260.
Yeah, he's definitely moving in. It's curious. I might need to.
Shields
I'm gonna skedaddle for the moment. If you head to where I am right now, you should see another ship, or there should even be one on your scanner.
we're for basically visual range.
Yeah.
Shooting at something.
I'm busy jetting into atmosphere. Yeah, he was following me for a bit there.
Hmm. Not seeing anything in the chat.
I'm gonna try and get out of kind of spotting range. Okay, I can't see him anymore. He shouldn't be able to see me anymore.
Yeah, I'm keeping a watch. I'm moving away. There's like a large open area of like flat land, so
Yeah. Oh look, he won't be able to approach me without me seeing him at least, so.
and movement again. And you're now 9Ks away from me, moving about 200. Shooting something.
I don't know what he's doing there.
I'm gonna keep moving.
You know, if you can just get some decent distance from him, he won't be able to find you eventually anyway, so.
Yeah. Let's turn those lights on so I can see where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah, might be helpful. And I'll slowly make my way on like a kind of parallel trajectory to you, I think.
Yeah, I'm sort of heading bearing 240.
Yeah, I'm on 220-ish, so sort of parallel, so. By the time we rendezvous, hopefully we'll be both far enough away from him that we'll have plenty of time to get away before he causes whatever grief he wants to cause.
Hmm. It's very weird. Okay, I'm about 16 away from Zuli.
Yeah, keep.
I'm like, I feel like I'm like directly under you.
Yeah.
Contact.
Are you on? Yeah, I'm moving forward still. Can he? I got a contact message, so he's definitely still around. Righty, Zuli. He's like 20 k's away, so it should be alright.
Mm.
So I'm quite
Yeah,
high in
fine,
the
it's
air
fine.
at the moment, so I'm still busy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm basically heading directly towards you at the moment.
Yeah,
Very
it's probably,
steep ascent. Descent, I mean.
good as.
Maybe I shouldn't even try and land, I just lower the ramp.
Yeah, lower the ramp, I come in and...
Yeah, okay, I'm getting lower. You should be able to see the ship's lights or something.
Not quite, but, you know, I can see... Yeah, I see your HUD. Oh, yep, I see now.
Docking initiated.
Oh!
Denied. Landing gear down.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit here.
Docking denied. Landing gear up.
I'm on full hover, so... Or full vertical. So you have to come in. A bit lower.
Yeah. Better.
Keep going. Going.
Wait, I
Keep
didn't mean to
going.
lower. Well, I didn't mean to lower the gears, but whatever, I'm just gonna land if I can. How's this?
Landing.
Literally, I'm landed, so yeah.
Yeah, it's awkward angle.
Yeah, I saw you
Yeah,
kind
it
of
is.
whacked into the back there.
Nearly. Let's not go in at 90 meters a second.
Okay, I see you in.
Yep.
Didn't say open exterior. Close exterior.
Pleasant.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna lift off and start moving slowly.
Landing gear up.
Manning the top turret.
Yeah, just tell me when you're aboard properly. So I can accelerate.
I am aboard properly.
Right, accelerating. Do you still see Zuli?
Copy. I mean, now it's just a serial number.
Yeah, I'll probably disconnect it because fuck's sake. Would be the perfect... As we go through all that effort to avoid them, you know?
Well, they were actively moving, so...
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna head straight into atmosphere at maximum possible speed, and... I don't know, do you want to go park back at Stanton Gateway and call it for now? I think you want to break
Yeah.
before the op.
Yeah. We had it, you know...
I mean, it was a fun op,
We
it's
had an
just that it had
interesting
some of the fun
Interesting
was...
moments.
Some of the friction was just a bit much, you know?
Yeah. Look,
I
at least
mean-
with the whole thing with Zuli there, we could sort of pose that as like, you know, are they hunting us type of deal? You know.
Yeah, we just didn't know what they were wanting. What do you want? Tell us, please. Right, gateway,
Weapons off.
routes.
Oh, wait, you know, can I lower my bike in?
I wouldn't lower it right now.
Oh, it's more case, maybe when we get to Stanton, I launch in my bike and dock separately.
You shouldn't need to. I should be able to store it in the thing.
It's more case of all the shit I got.
Mm.
It'll take some time to unload, so if you wanna...
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to request a hangar when we get there. And then just land it in the hangar. We can... I think it's best to do that kind of after... we're out of quantum.
Yeah, definitely.
I do not want a repeat of that last one. I mean, that was funny, but it was not funny, you know?
Yeah. It's funny once.
It's funny once when, you know, you kind of I'm not going to say you brought it upon yourself, but we all know you don't step out of the seat in Quantum if you can help it.
Yeah, but you guys told me it's mostly fine.
It's mostly fine, that's the
Yeah,
big problem with Star Citizen, really. It's mostly fine. It's just then you get those key moments where it is very not fine.
Yep. And look, I think in some ways I'm more vulnerable to that sort of like jank because of the desync.
Yeah, especially now. I get fairly high ping to Europe. You get very high ping to Europe, and we've got to sync
Yeah.
our clients between each other and the server. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can try connecting to the Oz server next time. See how it goes. But I don't know how it is in terms of like stability and all of that. And I suspect it might be a bit of a bandwidth throttling situation in terms of
Yeah.
I don't think Australia's pipe to the rest of the world is that huge, so I don't know how sensitive it is to congestion.
It's sort of a case. I think the pipes routes through Europe anyway.
Yeah.
It's sort of a case. So because of where we are, it sort of goes one of two ways: either Europe or America.
Yeah.
If I look up the internet cable map.
Yeah, we're about 28 gigamiles. Which I think is
Yeah,
more or
it's
less where
basically
you
like-
dropped out last time.
Quantum fuel, 50%.
Yeah, looking at anything from like South Africa, it all sort of like directs up either up towards Europe or towards like India.
Yeah, the big ones used to be Sat3,
Yes,
but there was another one that they recently built, I think. There's one that came out from Meltboss to Europe, and then there was one that kind of went snaky to America, I think.
Yeah, I can see some of the, like that's what, yeah, takes around to West Africa, then over to South America. Yeah, it's sort of a case of no matter what we do, we're sort of screwed in that regard.
Yep. Ah, well, I'm used to it.
Yeah, I mean, same. That's why I'm always like, it's easy to connect onto the Europe because it's it's probably the best middle ground, especially if we've got Sark here.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the better middle ground unless you've got a lot of Americans involved with stuff, so.
Yeah.
Like Australia, South America. South America is a nightmare as well, but thankfully we don't have too many people in the group who are
Yeah.
South American.
Do you have any South Americans?
The thing is, in one of the Discords I'm on for Doom mapping is a bunch of Brazilian
Okay,
mappers. And when I spin
Yo,
up a
that explains a
server
lot.
for co-op, right? I spin it up in Sao Paulo, because AWS has a region there, it's easy and whatever. And I get like 350 ping. And anywhere, but the thing is I can't really spin it up anywhere else for them because they get like 250 to 350 minimum anywhere else.
There isn't that much in the way of actual infrastructure in South America, and really Brazil's the main one for it.
Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of difficult to, when there's a European who
middle
wants
ground.
to play the test, who wants to do the co-op test, you know. Yeah, they're going to suffer a bit.
Quantum travel complete.
Although Doom's nicely tolerant of fairly shitty networks, so, you know. Hello, random
Alright,
person.
just get me close, so I'm heading down to the
Yeah.
cargo bay.
I would have stayed in your seat because you might get tossed about now, but we'll see.
That's always crawling.
On.
Okay, we're close.
Okay.
I'm going
gonna
to
go ahead
open the cargo bay.
Thank you.
Boop, 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 boop. You're out, it looks like.
And I'm away.
Right. Close cargo. I'm gonna request
Distance.
landing. Yeah, sorry, it might be quite a distance.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, at least there's no major obstructions. How fast can I go in this?
Like 200 meters a second, so...
About 200 non-boost, 260, 270 with boost.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll take you a minute or two at most, so yeah. I mean, closer to like 30 seconds, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Landing gear down.
Now I'm coming in for a landing.
It's also a case of because I'm in a vehicle, it's got to put me in a small hangar anyway.
Yeah.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
The
stay.
Dodger Wilco has landed. Cool, so they made a bit of money out of that. I made some fashion. I start, you know how it goes, stripping the corpses of the victims of a bandit
Yeah,
raid.
that's basically what I was doing when you're on your way back to
Yeah.
the ship. I got 2 sets of heavy armor out of it, so
Yeah, although you should only need... Are they different sets or like...
they're the same, but I'll just sell the other.
Yeah. Doesn't make a huge amount of money, but it's a nice little bit of quick cash. I have to wonder if I can actually.
Your systems are offline.
Yeah, good thing I'm wearing a spacesuit.
No.
Outside temperature's over, 100 degrees.
Yeah, some kind of hot gas cloud, I think. Alright, let's store the Dodger.
Insert vehicle retrieval system.
Nice and close to the thing.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
Always slightly impressed with myself when I survive a night with a ship.
Yeah, it's never any guarantee.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And now comes the
Holy
process
shit.
of transferring shit.
That's... Huh. If you use this jacket with the hood, your field of view is actually restricted. Interesting. Like if you look on the stream, you should see it, but yeah.
Give me a second. Where?
I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you know.
It's kind of... It it's probably intentional in some way, but I think in some ways it's kind of like too much coverage.
I mean, it's very restrictive, but I mean, this is how it would look if you in this kind of hood. So I don't know. I don't know. Eh? Yeah, I like my new look. Very Fremen chic, you know.
Hmm.
Where are sweat chair here? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna sign out for you for now.
Yep. No problem.
Then we can chat again when the op comes. I imagine you need at least a small nap, or want a small nap, maybe. I don't know.
I'll be fine. So up's only in like 2 3/4 hours.
So
I'll
you've
be
got some
right.
time to gather the energy, and then afterwards you'll probably just conk out, I'm imagining.
Pretty much, yeah. There isn't any wrestling on today, so I'm not going to get suddenly woken up by the missus.
It's always fun to just enjoy the weekend.
Hmm. Alright, well, I'm going to keep unloading my stuff. I'll drop off the VC now.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
No problem. Catch ya.
Catch you later.